I'd like to talk about OpenStint, which I think is going to be really important for backyard RC tracks. We all know that there's a lot of options for the IR based, and they all have to stick outside the car or poke through a window or hole that you put into your car body, and they're infrared. So either like lap monitor, they point to the side, or TrackMate and iLap, and I think there's a couple others you have to point them up, but none of them have transponders on the cars that are compatible with the other types. So you have to have a transponder for each type. The radio-based ones like MyLaps, those systems, the decoders are super expensive. There is one from Europe on sale that's like $800 or $600 for the decoder box plus all the. Then you have to add parts for it. But OpenStint is worked on by a couple people. Attila is one of the main ones, and it is something that you can build for under $100 if you're going to use your own laptop, which you have to have a laptop for the timing software anyways, and you can also build it so it's a standalone decoder. And basically what it consists of is their server that you just download. You start it up. Now I'm going to get errors because it's not plugged into the box right now. And then the hardware is just using a USB radio. I've got a USB extension cable to make it easier to plug in. That goes to a coax, that goes to a balun, which is like a filter and splitter that converts the antenna to coax, and then 2 antenna wires that will run under the track. So I've got to bury those under my track right now. And that's it. So under $100 easy for those parts. And then it plugs into the computer, and the computer does all the work into figuring out how to recognize the radios on the car, the transponders. And they provide a package if you have a Raspberry Pi to make a standalone decoder that you can do easy practice and view it using the Lap Beeps, like simple software that comes as a background process, and just view it from any computer or phone on a web browser and just get your lap times for the practice sessions. And then Lap Beeps is also the software that you can use to do whole races. So I've got that also installed here. And you can set up times and ladders and events. Right now, it does not have the ability to take a B main and have people bump up. That's a feature request the developer is looking at, but it's really easy to use, and I'm going to try it for the first one. So I'll take you outside and see how it works. So it's got the coax cable that goes to the computer. It's got a little balun that does some sort of filtering and also converts the antenna signals to coax to send it to the computer and to the USB radio. You can see I've got my 2 antenna wires. I've got to do them deeper. It's basically just antenna wires where the resistors just tap into the end of it and wrapped with tape. So that's what's going to sense the radios on the transponders coming through. Now this is a MyLaps 4 transponder on this car, and I'm going to program it next. So these are normally locked down, but it's got a neat trick where it can learn just by the random but unique radio signals that each transponder gives. Okay, we're going to see if Windows OpenStint can learn this one. So I'm going to move the car so it's in the radio. You can see it's starting to pick it up, and it's got to sit there for a certain amount of time as it analyzes what's going on. And I think it's registered now. So in the folder that we're in, it looks like it made a 1000 RC4. So what it does is basically just create a file that has that unique signature for the newer lockdown transponders. So I'm going to use Lap Beeps and just do an open practice. start.
Here we go. Let's have a good start.
And it is recognizing it. So picked up 1,000 because I already had one in. And just like that, this supposedly lockdown transponder works. So that is just brilliant. Now, these transponders aren't super cheap. So this open source project, OpenStint, also has a manufacturing detail file, so you can manufacture transponders, and they give you the code to program them so that they'll work with OpenStint controllers. So if you had your own track and you wanted to make it very affordable for your friends to come and play, I just had one. I sent in the order with all the duties and stuff. It came to $500 and over the $200 I was expecting. So it came out to actually $300.
4 minutes left.
And then with the duties and shipping came to $500. But that should give me 80 possible transponders, which is a pretty low rate. So I could make them and get them to people for 20, 25 bucks or whatever it ends up costing me in the end. And it's way cheaper than the $80 knockoffs for the MyLaps type transponders, or the $140 or so that you might pay for an actual one. But looking good. It just works. So if there is somebody with one of these transponders, all you have to have them do is sit on your loop for 10 seconds or so, and then it learns it and it's good to go. Now, the other thing that this developer's done is made it available for Mac, Windows, and Linux. And then they've made a standalone package that, if you know any Linux at all, it's pretty easy to get it set up on a Raspberry Pi. And that's what this is. This really inexpensive, low-cost, low-power computer that has, I put a box on it to make it a little better. But I've got it plugged into power, and I've got it plugged into USB to our radio. And now this can just sit there running, and it acts as a decoder box. So it's running that decoder software. It also can run their Lap Beeps basic software, so that you can just have a practice where anytime you can turn this on, just start running laps, and it'll start counting your time. And you can look at it on a web page, on a phone, or any sort of computer. Or you can type their software, Lap Beeps, or it also has connectors to Z-Rounds, which is a free program, and then there's, I think it's RC Laptiming, and so it'll feed it to that, and then it just sits there. So I can have this laptop anywhere, not connected to the actual decoder box, because this is doing all the timing. So it's tracking what cars are passing and sending it through an IP number to whatever computer is going to connect to it. So now that that's running, I can just go into the timing. You can see I've already registered it on the Raspberry Pi.
Here we go. Let's have a good start.
And it just recognizes me going on. Which is really hard to do in the dark. And there we go.
Yeah, actually, this thing doesn't even touch my pattern. Are you trying to overcome? I'm just going now. Never the bean. I went up for a second, get piped up. Oh! They're in the shadows. Oh!